Hey everybody, welcome to Cheap Comic Collector. This is episode number 209, and this is about the third one that I'm filming this today. I was in a good mood today. Things are going well, so I literally liking my new lighting system, so I thought I'd go ahead and film another one today. And originally I thought we were going to be going through some Comics Den books, but while I was in my good mood, I looked out on the porch and had an even better day because I got a package in the mail. Got the Comics Torpedo from Psychotronic Squirt Gun, doing another trade. So we are going to open that. This will actually be my very first live unboxing. I've always looked at the comics, even though I'll go through them, and so a lot of times I'll be surprised by what's there because I'll just go through them real quick, even though I bought them or something. There's such a gap that usually I still kind of surprised. But this will actually be a total surprise. I have no idea what's in there. I'm expecting some good stuff because he always sends great stuff as a trade, but we'll get to that in a second. First off, I thought I'd do another What Am I Reading mini read here. This is the Green Lantern Huckleberry Hound one-shot. Got a backup of Secret Squirrel. Unfortunately, the Secret Squirrel is part 2 of 4, so it's continued in a few of these one-shots that they did with DC and Hanna-Barbera. And I like the Aquaman Jabberjaw one that I showed quite a bit, so I thought I'd give this one a try. And it starts out, this actually takes place back in the 70s when John Stewart was first becoming a Green Lantern. So Katmatui is training him on another planet, and it starts out with that. And his final test is basically going home, and he's not supposed to use the ring. She doesn't want him using the ring. Something about not interfering with, destinies or whatever. I don't know. Who knows? But so we're in 72. He's in Detroit. And this one was written by Mark Russell, pencils by Rick Leonardi. Inks by Dan Green and Andy Parks. So they all did different pages. But good stuff throughout. You got some from a lot of really good information, of background information on John Stewart, if you're a John Stewart fan. Growing up in Detroit, Huckleberry Hound is basically a stand-up comic that's all washed up. He had a career as a cartoon character, which is kind of weird. They don't really explain why he looks like a dog or anything. But anyway, he's hanging out in a bar. John Stewart goes to see him because he was a fan when he was a kid, and they get to talking about basically life in the 60s. It talks about the Vietnam War and Nixon, and then it gets into racism with John Stewart's brother, who survived a couple of years in Vietnam, actually returning home and then getting beaten to death by racist cops in Detroit. So you got some race riots going on, and John Stewart gets drafted, and then he comes into the same situation where the same thing all over again. The cops are basically beating up black guys and so on and so forth. So he finally decides to break the rule, use his ring, and Huckleberry Hound joins in a little bit, and they beat up the racist cops and subdue them, and then Kamatui turns up, and John thinks he's failed the test, but the real test was to see if he would know when he should break the rule and use the ring. So he passed, and it winds up with like him and Huckleberry, running into each other into a bar like a year later. And it was an odd story. It was pretty good. It was okay. It just wasn't what I was expecting. Huckleberry Hound's kind of depressing as a washed up cartoon character. And And the whole racism thing, while um, good points are made, it's all very one-sided, where if you read this on its own without having the historical context, you would weirdly think that basically all white people were racists and so on and so forth. But other than that, pretty good. And then the Secret Squirrel backup was actually better. It's written by J.M. DeMatteis. Tom Mandrake was the artist, and it's good stuff. It's part 2 of a 4. Like I said, I don't know where the first part was. And I'm not real familiar with the Secret Squirrel cartoon, so I can't really comment on what that's like. But this was actually a pretty good story. I enjoyed it. It's continued into the Nightwing Magilla Gorilla one shot, which I do not have. So all in all, pretty good. I think I like the Aquaman Jabberjaw one better, just because I didn't like this take on the Huckleberry Hound character very much, for the most part. But it is a good John Stewart story. A lot of good background information on him. So you might want to check it out. Anyway, that'll go in the collection. Let's get on to the Comic Torpedo from Psychotronic. Squirt Gun. Thank you, Aaron, for another great, what I know is going to be another great trade. And oh, actually, you know what? Before we open this, I'm such a tease. I should show what I'm going to send him. So let me grab his stack. These are the books he requested off the trade program. If you want to trade, just go to cheapcomic.collector.blogspot.com and look at my blog there. You'll see a Let's Trade page over in the right-hand column. If you click on there, it'll list all the comics that I have for trade. And then there's also an alphabetical list of everything that's in my collection. So you can look and see what I have for trade. If there's stuff there that you want, then you go ahead and send me basically whatever you want. It's as long as it's complete and I don't have it, then I'm fine. So, loose covers, loose centerfolds, that kind of stuff is fine as long as it's all there. Yeah, that's all there is to it. You send me books, then I send them back to you, the ones that you requested, and we've been having a lot of fun with it, so that's going to continue. Even though we're trying to sell some books, I'll still throw some in the trade pile every once in a while when it diminishes. In fact, I just threw in a pretty good sized stack, but a lot of those are already spoken for. So take a look if you want to trade. And let's see what I'm sending him. Ultimate X-Men number 20, Professor X on the cover. Ultimates number 5. Ultimate Fantastic Four 52. That's a cool cover. And number 53. That's an even cooler cover. Nice. Quasar number 24. Batman Shadow of the Bat number 24. Arion, Lord of Atlantis, number 12. Arion, number 15. X-Men Unlimited, number 1. Micronauts, The New Voyages, number 4. The New Voyages, number 5. And these actually... No, they don't. Never mind. I thought they had wraparound covers. I guess that's a special edition. Micronauts, number 6. And The New Voyages, number 9. And here we have JLA number 123, World Without a Justice League. Infinite Crisis number 6. Infinite Crisis number 7. Camelot 3000 number 7. Batman Confidential number 1. And Arex, Son of Thunder, number 2. And Arion, Lord of Atlantis, number 4. And number 3. So some good stuff in there. And what looks like some good stuff. I actually haven't read all of this, but it's all doubles. So where did my sticky note? There it is. Sorry, don't want to lose track of which ones I'm sending you. All right, now we get to open the package. And this box has a lot of tape on it because it's gone back and forth several times. All right, here we go. Let me get the box out of the way. Looks like I got a note. Let's see. It says, "Greetings, Rob. I'm very much enjoying your videos, and I'm happy to hear your mother is doing well and that you had a productive visit with your sister. Some of these comics you'll enjoy, and some you'll be able to sell, trade, or give away. Keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you later." Cool. So let's see what we got. Something I've never heard of right off the bat. I'm going to say that says Azza the Barbed. I don't really know for sure. Yeah, Azza the Barbed. This is from Scout Comics. It's issue number 5 from this year, 2023. Or actually, when you'll be seeing this, it will be 2024. So last year in your time travel is so hard. This looks interesting. Looks like a looks like interesting stuff. The end of the Saga of the Odds, chapter 1 of 3. This is number 5, so that looks cool. Oh, here's number 4. All right, number 3. Nice cover. Number 2 and number 1. So that's a cool cover too. I like the number 1 cover. That's just stuck to the next comic a little bit. Not sure why. Okay, so I got 1 through 5, and that looked like it was either the complete series or the series went on like hiatus for another mini series or something. So I'll be able to read that. That's awesome. I can read the whole thing then, and so that's fun. I don't know if I'm familiar with Scout Comics. Not a brand that I'm too familiar with. I think I've heard the name, but not really sure. So anyway, I may have an issue or two from them. We have, this is cool. Prez number 2, the first team president. This is awesome. I've never had this comic before. I've never had any issues from this series before. So yeah, really, really happy to get that in there. That's neat. I did read the more recent Prez series where I think it was a teenage girl that was elected president by mistake or something. And that was interesting. It started off interesting. I don't remember ever getting to read the end of it. Maybe it was canceled or something, but I don't know. Power Girl Special number 1. Awesome cover. I kind of remember taking a look at this online, and I'll probably keep this one because it's Power Girl, and I like the Earth 2 characters. But I don't really remember being overly impressed by this actual issue. I don't remember reading it either, though, so I may have. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. It's got a nice cover. Moon Knight number 5. There are some things you can't fight. This is from 1980. Very nice. Very cool. Buckaroo Banzai number 1. Official comics adaptation. Number 1 in a 2-issue series. Awesome. Batman 10 Nights of the Beast. This is the regular Batman series, number 419. So cool. This is from 1981. Yeah. No, 1988 it says up here. Why does it say 81 in the copyright? Oh, it's 87. I misread it. Okay, 88. That's cool. Batman 416. That's cool. Nightwing. 414. These are some that I actually had back in the day. 412. Cool added. So far, there's nothing in here, Aaron, that I want to give up. So good stuff, man. Spectacular Spider-Man 162. Detective Comics 572. Anniversary 50 years. Sherlock Holmes on the cover. Batman and Sherlock Holmes. That's awesome. Got a framed copy of the first appearance of Batman on the cover. So this must be like the 50th anniversary of... Oh, Sherlock Holmes is actually in here. Batman and Sherlock Holmes team up. And then there's a Sherlock Holmes story and an elongated man story. Which you don't see those very often. Nice centerfold from Dick Sprang, the old Batman artist. And then more Sherlock Holmes. Batman team up. Very, very cool. Gonna enjoy this. Looks like it might be all one continuing storyline because it shows all 4 of them there in the end. At the end, Batman, Robin, Sherlock, and elongated. Oh, that's not Sherlock Holmes. Who's that? Might be Jason Bard back in his detective days. I'm not sure. I'll have to read it and find out. Looks like a great issue. And here we have Detective Comics 566. I always loved this cover. I always thought that was a cool cover with the various villains. And this is kind of like an earlier, almost like a database of Batman's greatest villains. I remember this issue. It's got the Joker and the Penguin, and showing the data files in the Bat computer on all the Killer Moth, Black Mask, Two-Face, Mad Hatter, Deadshot, Nocturna, Night Slayer, Ra's al Ghul, Poison Ivy, Riddler, all in the context of an actual story. So, very cool. What's the backup? Got Green Arrow backup. Nice. So, cool stuff. Here we have Batman 456. I think I already have 1 or 2 copies of this. Looks familiar, but we'll find out. Uncanny X-Men, number 397. And the hologram cover of Uncanny X-Men, number 304. Nice. It's the hologram is scratched up a little bit, smudged, but you can still see it. If bring it up to the camera, you can see it better. Pretty cool. And Uncanny X-Men, number 324. And another backing board. So cool stuff. Thank you very much, Aaron. Really like these Batmans. Those are gonna fill in some nice holes, and a Spider-Man too. So, and I look forward to reading this the new stuff as a barbed. So thank you very much. Great stuff, and we'll get your books packaged up and sent off to you soon. And thank all of you for watching. Please like and subscribe. We are into 2024. Hope the new year is going good for you. And we will see you tomorrow with another Comics Den episode, probably. Thank you very much, guys. And have a good one. And for some reason, there's an ad in the way. I can't finish the recording. There it is.